You are not broken. Your nervous system is just in need of some love. I am Dominique, your nervous system led coach. Don't forget to subscribe for some more nervous system wisdom. If you are living your life in your head, constantly overwhelmed, thinking about your to-do list, find it really hard to be present, maybe you're really reactive to life. If you're not failing, it's your nervous system is experiencing something and it needs a little bit of love. And when you have that awareness of what's going on in your nervous system, we don't shame ourselves for it. We just become aware of what state our nervous system is in and what it needs. We just have to learn the language of our body. So what can happen is we can go into fight, flight, or freeze. When we're in fight, it's where we are constantly overdoing it. We've got this pressure and this urgency and maybe frustration that builds up. When we're in flight, it's like we are overdoing, overworking, overcommitting. When we're in freeze, it's like we just feel numb and dissociated and just want to tap out and don't want to talk to anyone. So I just want to remind you that you will switch between the different states all the time. And your body is just in survival mode. It has got so used to being in survival mode. And we have to teach it. We have to nourish our nervous system and relearn how to connect back into the more restorative part of the nervous system between the relaxed state, but also the playful state which we want to be in. And, you know, how does this relate to your everyday when you're feeling dysregulated? You know, maybe you're constantly scrolling on your phone. Maybe, again, you're feeling very, very reactive. Maybe you're very twitchy or feel guilty sitting down. Maybe you're just pushing yourself to your absolute limits. And you fall in a heap on the floor because you realize how tired you are. And then you pick yourself back up and then you push. But each time it takes you longer to pick yourself back up. Maybe you feel really wired, but also tired and you can't sleep. Maybe you're just dissociating and not wanting to speak to anyone and maybe really isolating yourself. This is how nervous system dysregulation shows up in your life. And it's really, it happens so much. We become so dysregulated because of the environment that we live in. You know, the pressure that we put ourselves on and the culture that we live in of overdoing it and thriving and pushing ourselves to the limits. You know, maybe you're in a situation in your life where the home environment isn't very, very nourishing, or there's lots of stress going on. Maybe you've got people that are in a lot of stress around you in your life and you're taking that on. And, you know, it's this disconnection that we've got with our bodies. We've not got a healthy relationship with our bodies. And when we do that, we don't truly take care of ourselves. We don't listen to what we need. So there's so many reasons why we become overwhelmed, and we just get into the habit of, your nervous system has normalized feeling overwhelmed or burned out or stressed, or being in that survival mode. And I just want to say that you can change this by nourishing your nervous system and giving it some love and training your nervous system to react to stress in a different way and stretching that window of tolerance, so that when stress and challenges do come along, which is a normal part of life, then your nervous system is able to interact with them differently. So we're going to do just a little bit of an embodiment exercise that you can do to just break those habits. So when you find yourself, the awareness is key, the awareness is powerful in these early stages. Bring awareness to, hey, I'm overwhelmed. This has become my norm. I'm getting a dopamine hit from being overwhelmed because this feels safe to me, because it's my norm. Okay, I'm just going to take a moment out to just check in with my body. So close down your eyes. You can do it with your eyes open if you feel more comfortable. It just helps the internal process, being able to connect with your body more when we have our eyes closed. And doing that scan of your body from your head to your toes. And just noticing if there's any areas of your body that you're holding. Maybe a gentle jaw massage. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw. Maybe we feel it in our chest. Maybe a hand over your heart to say, hey, I'm here. Breathing into your heart space. Maybe your hands are gripping, noticing if your hands are gripping and just giving them a shake. Maybe even just a neck roll, loosening up, a little bit of a self-massage on your shoulders. Say, hey, I'm here. And notice you're tense. Maybe you're holding your stomach really tightly. Maybe you're not breathing. So just breathe into the belly, sticking the belly out as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just emptying the belly and making a sigh. Just meeting yourself where you're at without any judgments. Just noticing your body and what your body is telling you. Maybe you want to pause the video and stay here for a bit longer. This is so powerful when we begin to learn to just sit with our body. And I know that it can be confronting. I was someone that could not sit still. I was constantly on the move. I had to train my body. I had to train my mind to come into my body and say, hey, tune in, how you feeling? It's just a check-in. So when you're in the early stages of working and reprogramming your nervous system, it does take a lot of attention because you just want to go back into those old habits. Because your nervous system is just kind of try and keep you in the familiar, even though you know it's not serving you. It wants that overwhelm. It wants to feed that because it gets this chemical balance in your body when you feed the mind and the body. This overwhelm, it's like, yes, this is our norm. This feels good. So I just encourage you to just spend, you can spend just like 2 minutes with yourself and just doing that scan and noticing where you're holding on. Bring that presence into your body. Because the body work is so important, because our body, 80% of the nerves feed the mind. If the body is tense, the body is in this habit of holding itself in a particular way, it's going to feed that into your mind. And you can imagine the quality of your thoughts if you're tense all the time. So we're going to keep looping that overwhelm in your body. So this is this reminder. You're not broken because you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're overthinking, because you're feeling on edge. It's just you've learned to be in survival mode, and that is your norm. But you're here because you're realizing that that is bringing you into exhaustion, and you don't want to feel that anymore. So give it a go. Spend some time every day just tuning in with your body, especially when you're new to this, as much as possible. Hey, I'm here, I'm with you. And just gift your body presence and see what happens.